Hey y'all, right now I am focusing on one author. I have not started my author deep dive series, so this is the first installment of that, and I am reading Christina C. Jones. I've been hearing about Christina C. Jones for such a long time, and honestly I looked at their backlist and I was like, where do I start? There's just so many series. So I did start with one of the most popular ones I've ever heard of, was Hostile Takeover. So I know it has to do with a billionaire, and I'll be honest with you, I personally in my real day-to-day life do not fuck with billionaires for real. The idea of a billionaire in this society where we're all struggling, I just feel like share the wealth. So like reading this is kind of just like, I pretend I do not see it, but also there are Black people that are billionaires, so I'm just like, you know, like I love stories where we rich. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna read the summary because I didn't read it for myself. If it's, oh, it's a long kind of. For Nalani Stark, legacy matters, maybe more than most things. Important enough that when that legacy, inextricably tied to her mother's memory, is challenged, she's forced to consider even the most undesirable options, such as a match made in hell with Orion Sterling, the heir to the competitor she grew up being warned about. Orion is a man well accustomed to getting exactly what he wants. Other than opportunities to grow the family business, he's moved by very few things, one of which happens to be Nalani Stark. They each have something the other needs and only one way to get it. A contract that delineates exactly what each person takes from the arrangement. Simple enough, unless feelings get brought into the exchange. Please be aware this book contains profanity, detailed sex acts, and depictions of violence. There are also mentions of pregnancy loss, parental death, grief, illness, and medical emergencies. I'm on 7%, the second chapter, I think, and basically it's just like what I read. Their legacy is like getting tarnished because basically her mom had medical bills because she was really sick, and her dad took out like a lot of stuff for that, and then like it turns out he was like gambling. So like they don't have nothing to stand on. So the guy's like, okay, I need to settle down and I need to have a wife, and I want to stay in good standing with this community and this neighborhood because obviously they're not gonna fuck with me the way they fuck with y'all because y'all have been here. So he's like, marry me, and she's like, fuck you, but we know how it's gonna go. We know she's gonna be with this man, and right now he's giving like very callous. He don't give a fuck about nothing, and like obviously I feel like, not obviously, but I feel like he's gonna be the nicest person when we get to know him. Hopefully. Let's just not make him a dick the whole time. Please, Christina. I do want to say though, I'm really with her writing. Like honestly, sometimes people really hype up authors and I'd be like, okay, babes. Okay. Like you're kind of eating, but you're not. Like Christina. Yes. Also, I don't know if y'all find this like corny, but I love it kind of whenever like you're reading a book or like watching a movie and they're like, man, that's so corny. Like that would only happen in a book. And like there are the happenings in the book. I think that's so fun. I don't know. I just feel like everything I'm going to read is going to be really good. I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm starting this video. This is the intro. I've not been doing that good with filming and editing and doing the YouTube things, but I'm getting back. I'm getting back to myself. Okay? So thank y'all for being patient with me and sticking with me through these times. Yeah. I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, whenever I see y'all with an update. Bye. Wow. I'm on 40%. And I thought I was gonna update y'all at 25%, but I just never did. And I don't even know what to tell you folks. Like, I don't even want to tell y'all that. Okay, so this is a major convenience, and they just had consummated something. And before that, there was like a scene in the tub a little bit. And like, I don't know. Like, I like, what's his name? What's his name? She's Nalani and he is Orion. Yeah, because all his family is like named after constellations. Orion, at first I was kind of like, he kind of like sedity, like high side kind of vibe. But like then EJ came into the picture and he was just like, I'll see who's gonna get touched first. And I was like, this is not gonna make sense if you have not read it. Read it. I want to finish this today. I need this. I need all of this right now. I'm supposed to be getting ready for work. I just want to call in, whatever. And I want to read all day. Like this is what reading is about. All of this to say, Orion is laying down He's dropping off, okay? I'm not mad at it. I like this. I like this because I was hoping that there was still going to be a little bit of hate in that first fucking, you know what I mean? I love it. I love it. Yeah, I could cry right now. Besides that, I do like how they're starting to see more of each other personality wise. They're getting used to each other because they're gonna be in close proximity. I'm just thinking about it. I just read it. That's it. I'm on 40%. I don't know. Like, it's already giving 5 for me. Christina's okay. Anyway, yeah. Hey y'all, so I did finish Hostile Takeover, and I was looking at the date yesterday, and I didn't realize that it was published in 2023. I'm really excited to know that it's like more of an ongoing series because this was the first one in the Blackwood Billion, so I don't know if it's gonna be Soren's story next or like Ares or Titan, something like that. One of his brothers. There's some things that I wrote down, so let me figure it out. I just be having my thoughts all over the place because honestly, I was like planning on telling y'all more about like what the book was gonna be, but like I feel like every time I was talking to y'all, I just was not coherent. And also, I was gonna tell y'all everything, like everything. Like literally right after I last talked to y'all, something happened in the office, and I was like, the girls need to know. The girls need to know, but the girls don't. Okay, so I put all I could do was squeal and giggle at this damn book. Like it came at the right time for real. I don't know though, because some books, you know, you feel like, oh, if I read this back in the day, like I would hate this, or if I read this further in my reading experience, like I would love it or whatever. Like I feel like this one transcends time. I feel like it would be good anytime. I don't really have any problems with it for real. Things did irritate me, but that was more the characters and like not the writing. So yeah. Also, the main cast of characters were late 30s or like 40s. I wasn't really sure because she had Nalani had a little brother named Soren, and he was like barely 30, and her friend group was calling him like a baby. So I'm like, how old are they? So I don't know. It didn't really seem like they were all very immature either, but there was like some petty stuff going on. I don't really know how to say that's an accurate representation of that age group because I don't really read that much, and I'm not in that age group. So if you're looking for older main characters in a romance, here you go. Also, okay, Orion was like the kind of controlling and possessive that I don't really like in real life. I like reading it because it's just like something a little interesting, you know what I mean? I also love when both love interests are like headstrong and stubborn because it always makes it for like an interesting interaction type thing, because like both of them don't stand down. Like they gonna stand on what they say. Nalani was kind of bending a little bit, but like, yeah, he met his match with her. I love that. Oh, and I really did love the way their relationship developed over time. I never even mentioned all the family drama and issues in the background. That's like part of the reason why some of the some of the rating was a little bit lower. I'll tell y'all in a minute what I rated it, because I mean, you're not gonna be surprised. No, her dad's manipulation that was getting like slowly explained. He's been kind of evil way before she was even a thought. So we learn more about that because basically their families were brought up together and they were cool. And then the dad started like isolating her mama. So now that that's out the way, that's really all the thoughts I really can think of that I wanted to tell y'all. I really enjoyed the book. I'm really glad that I read it. Thank you, Christina C. Jones. This is the first book I ever read. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. This was my first Christina C. Jones book, and she did not disappoint. She did not come to play. For characters, I gave it a 9 because of William's. Atmosphere, I gave 8. Atmosphere, I feel like is a weird, touchy one for me because sometimes setting is not like super important to carry the story, but sometimes it really does immerse you and illustrate what's really going on for real. So I don't know. Writing style 10, plot 10, intrigue 10, logic 9. Enjoyment, I gave it 10, and then that ended up being 9.43. And on the Cop-Out scale, it is a 5-star. So this book did get a 5-star, and I am so happy about that. I think I'm gonna get into Strictly Professional because I just want another office type little sexy thing. Let me see what that one's about, because honestly I went into the other one kind of blind. I don't know if I even read the summary to y'all. I don't even know. This came out in 2014. Okay, I'm kind of nervous because it is older. It's 10 years old. I don't know. Some things that be dated, they don't vibe with me. I want to mention a certain book, but I don't want to throw shade. But like there was a book that got adapted. I'm just kidding. It got whatever it got. Okay, and it's on Netflix, and I tried to get into it, I tried to read it, and it was very cringy, trying too hard. Strictly Professional. Gabby isn't looking for love at all. After her disaster of a relationship with Michael, the last thing she needs is another round in the ring. But a chance encounter with Terrence has her second thinking that. If only he weren't off limits. Follow along with Gabby and Terrence as they navigate the stages of relationship that was never meant to go further than a single night. Will they be able to overcome the challenges of family and career to build something that could last? Oh, it was a one night stand. Ah! Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be yelling, but okay. I'm about to get into that. Bye, y'all. Currently, I'm on 45%. I really haven't talked to y'all about it because it's kind of reading like a novella the way it's progressing. The summary was saying a chance encounter, something like that. So I assumed it was a one night stand, but it wasn't. At first, I was disappointed, but really, I am someone that is like a kissing stand. Like, I love a slow, tension-filled, like a good kiss that turns into like a little nasty tongue down. Sue me. I don't know what okay, they're still kind of like, oh, we work together. And I'm like, so that's really it. There's not much to say. It's decent. Like, I feel like I'm gonna give this a 3, maybe 3.5. Also, I finally started listening to the audiobook. That's what got me like through it a lot. I started that today, and it is Wesley Shaban and Jacoby Diem, like my actual favorite narrators in the world. Let me see if I think about the cop pile. So characters, they're both cool. Like, there's not a lot because it's so short. I don't feel like I really know them that well. She comes from money. Her parents are very like stuffy, uptight people that want a certain lifestyle for her. They just really want to just give her away to a man and have her taken care of, even though the man was shitty. They keep pushing this man on her. She's been broken up with him for like 8 months, and it's just annoying. With conversations like that, you really see how some people, they don't value kids as like their own individuals and people, and it's really sad. Writing style, I do like her writing a lot. Christina writes really smooth, really flowy. I really like that. Plot, it's cool. It'd be a little bit more spicier if they spiced, okay? But that's, you know, that's fine. They might not ever spice. I'll have to be fine with that. I don't think so though. I don't think so. But okay, plot, intrigue. I'm interested. I want to see where it's gonna go. Logic, yeah, logic is cool. Enjoyment, I'm enjoying it. But I feel like I've gotten to the point in my reading, like in this stage right now that I'm in, kind of like getting over my slump. If a book is taking me more than like 3 days and it's this short, I don't know, it kind of like I start losing my interest a little bit. So I really want to finish it soon so it doesn't get to that point, because I'm still interested. I just read before I got on camera. It says on my Kindle I have like an hour and a half left, like an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. So I'm going to read later, and hopefully I can be done with that so I can move on to the next book, which the next book is called, in that series, it's called Strictly Professional, but I don't know what's that one called. It might be following Dorian and Regina. Unfinished Business. Yeah, it's got to be then. Wait, what? Oh, this is a continuation. I shouldn't have read that. Okay, because I guess people are having problems. Anyway, bye y'all. I gotta get ready for it. Okay, y'all, this has nothing to do with Christina T. Jones, but I had to tell y'all, a lot of people at my job, they love to read. Like, plenty of us have Kindles. At one point before I started, they all tried to do a book club, but like, there were certain books that people didn't want to read, and it was just chaotic. So we all been talking about the books that we read, and we've been talking about books. Like, she likes really like short novellas, like smutty ones. Like, she really liked the Trick or Treat series that I read by Shay Sanders. She liked Just Say Yes by Brooks McQueen. She didn't really like Drown in It that much by T. Lynn. I was just recommending books that I heard people really liked. She been really liking smutty books. But then I guess she's on TikTok right now, so she's asking me, oh my god, girl, there's like lingo. Like, what is PNR? And I'm like, I think that's paranormal romance. I don't know. And then she's like, what's TBR? And I'm like, to be read, like books that you want to read. So then, girls, why does this hoe ask me, what is omegaverse? I was like, so like, and then I'm gonna send you a TikTok. I'm gonna send you a video. One of the videos that I watched when I first like was learning about the omegaverse, because like I used to read werewolf books whenever I was in my Wattpad phase, like back in the day, but like I didn't really know omegaverse was a thing. So I don't know if it was like some of the books that I was reading, I'm pretty sure falls into that category. Until now, I've learned omegaverse, and I'm just like, ooh, like how do you explain nodding to someone that doesn't, you know? I'd had to bring that up because it's just like she just started reading, and like she's been getting through books, like she's been reading like crazy, like she's up late at night reading. I love it. We have good conversations. Not you already getting into omegaverse. She's like, girl, I'm on TikTok and they talking about book lingo. I don't know what's going on. You and this Kindle got me on book TikTok. I'm like, what? So yeah, girls, omegaverse. Hey y'all. So I did want to tell y'all that I finished Strictly Professional, and I'm currently 37% into Unfinished Business. I'm listening to the audiobook. But I want to tell y'all my rating for Strictly Professional, because it was giving 3.5, and the numbers are giving 4. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm just gonna keep it where it's at or change it eventually. I need to think about this. Characters, I gave 6, atmosphere 6, writing style 9, plot 6, intrigue 7, logic 7, enjoyment 7. And that ended up being 7.71. And like really, any other book I would be like, okay, that's 4.25. But I'm just gonna keep this at a 4 for right now because I'm really like, I don't know. So this was a romance book, and it just didn't really feel like a lot of romance. There wasn't really the spark and the chemistry that I was like expecting after reading Hostile Takeover. But also I did have to realize later on, like, Hostile Takeover is way more recent. So like as people write more, they learn what works for them and what doesn't and stuff like that. And like they get feedback. So I'm assuming that's what was, you know, the difference. And also like the lengths of the books. Yeah. It just wasn't working for me. I don't feel like they're compatible. I don't like them as a couple. I've never really had that thought before with the romance. It's just usually like, of course they're supposed to be together, but like these two, I don't feel like they should be together. Terrence didn't want to be in a commitment-filled relationship at the beginning. And like, honestly, he really just further instilled in me that ain't shit, because they'll sell you a dream and they'll fuck it all up and remind you why they ain't shit. Okay? We're in unfinished business. And I didn't know this was a duology. I thought it was going to be another couple, like, you know, like a what are they called? Not a compatibility. Interconnected. Yeah. That's what I thought it was going to be. And it was just their story. And like, it was like a 5-year age gap continuing on with their drama and mess. And I'm just like, what? Why would you start the book? I don't know. I'm not really enjoying it. Like, okay, this one is a lot better than the first one. So I don't know. Maybe the first one should be 3 and then this one can be a 4. I do not know. But I hate whenever like you read like a banger and the next thing you know is just like a book that doesn't really measure up, and it's just like, damn. Like, I don't want to be so harsh, but like Hostile Takeover was that girl for me. So I'm just like, damn, you know, what am I going to do? Wingstop. This is my favorite fast food, by the way. Wingstop, it's just like a treat myself type of thing. I don't get it a lot, but when I do get it, I get down. Anyway, I was reading this book and it's his Annie, but I just wanted to know, how do y'all say Annie? Like the word A-U-N-T. People are like aunt. I'm personally someone that says like closer to aunt. In my family, we call our aunties aunt. Literally in my entire family, all of us say like, okay, for example, my aunt Denise or my aunt Vanessa. We don't say aunt or aunt. So I just want to know, how do y'all say it? And like, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Oklahoma. And like a lot of our speech is very like lazy. People consider us Southern. Some people consider us Midwestern. So it's whatever. How do you say that word? Because really his Annie is getting on my nerves. And I just thought about that. I really can't tell you about the second book because it's a duology and it's like, it's literally called Unfinished Business. So it's whatever happened in the first book. So I need y'all to read that because this is supposed to be spoiler free. It's reading really fast. I'm listening to the audiobook and I'll be finished with it today. I'm off today. Yeah, that's really all I had to say. I wanted to tell y'all that I finished the book and it's giving 4 right now, but it's not sitting well in my spirit. And I just like, I hate that because 4, Christina C. Jones, her pen, I can't deny that pen. So like for that, 4, okay? I'm not mad. But just like the way the story flowed and the characters, I could give less of a damn about the characters, honestly. I gave them a 6, but they could have been like a 2 or 3 because I really don't fuck with either of them. Gabby, I fuck with her more, but I barely fuck with her. So, bye. I will talk to y'all whenever I finish Unfinished Business because I doubt I'm going to have another comment because it's a second book. Talk to y'all whenever I talk to y'all.
I'm going to go and I'll tell you my mouth off.
I started I Think I Might Love You by Christina C. Jones, and it is so unserious. The girl, she was having like a rough time. Like her boyfriend ended up being like married with a whole family, and she got really drunk, was like vandalizing and shit, moved around, was listening to anyway, she walks into her sister's apartment, and then like there's a naked dude there, and he's like, what the fuck, get out of my shit. And she's like noticing all this guy stuff around, and then she calls her sister and she's like, you know, I sublet my apartment because I'm never in the country, blah 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 blah. Then she gets situated like 2 or 3 weeks later. There's like a cat on her fire escape making all this noise, and she's like, what the fuck? So she takes it to a veterinary clinic. And why he the vet? He the vet. Yeah, I like it so far. This is very laid back and silly. It seems like she had a really fun time writing this, and I love books like that. I also feel that way about Kimberly Lemming's Mead Mishap series. That was like creative writing, fun time. It wasn't like we had to stick to a specific formula. This is just very fun. Like, I don't know what other word to say it. Like, everybody's so creative. I don't think I'll have anything else to say. Like, I'm gonna finish this book. So, bye. Just wanted to tell y'all I was reading this. I finished I Think I Might Love You, and I ended up giving it 4.25 stars. So characters, I gave 8. Atmosphere, 7. Writing style, 9. Plot, 7. Intrigue, 8. Logic, 8. Enjoyment, 8. I just like these people a lot more. I feel like this couple, out of pretty much all the couples except for whatever their names were in Hostile Takeover. I'm so sorry to those people for not remembering. I forgot. I've been reading these books too quickly, and now I'm kind of like forgetting the plots. I felt like these people had more chemistry, even though they were complete strangers, and they started off like weird. The banter between them was really nice and real and genuine, and I like that. The way they met, it was random. Like, I've never read a romance book like this one. I love Christina C. Jones's writing, and I'll just say before I finish the video, I'm definitely gonna read more books by her. I did not know, though, I should do my research, that the Love Sisters series is a novella spinoff to the Wright brothers. 4.25, I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna read the next one. It is called I Think I Might Need You. And in the picture, the girl has a pregnancy test. So, accidental pregnancy, we don't know. We don't know. Hey y'all. So, I did not even update y'all last night, but I finished the whole entire series, which, yay for me. Haven't read that much in a while. They were all like 130, 140 pages. So, it kind of was like one big, like 400-page book. But the first 2 books, I Think I Might Love You, and then I Think I Might Need You, those were on, those are on audio. And then the last one I had to read like just on my Kindle, which I love that all of Christina C. Jones books are on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm definitely gonna be continuing to read because I pay for Kindle Unlimited, and I'd like to actually read books that I enjoy. I don't really have a lot of thoughts about the series. I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed them very well. They weren't like 5 stars, but they weren't 3. I'm gonna tell y'all my ratings for them, and then I'm just gonna close out the video. I Think I Might Need You, characters 8, atmosphere 7, writing style 9, plot 8, intrigue 7, logic 7, enjoyment 7. And technically it was 4.25, but I didn't enjoy it more than I Think I Might Love You. And I don't feel like they're really that equal, so I just bumped it down to a 4. Then I Think I Might Want You, characters 10, atmosphere 7, writing 9, plot 8. Intrigue 9, logic 8, enjoyment 8. So that ended up being a 4.5. That's the one I like the most. The only other sister series I can remember that I read was the Brown Sisters by Talia Hibbert. I think I like the older sister. No, that's a lie. The older sister was the one I didn't like the most. Like, she was my least favorite. Chloe, and then Danny was my favorite, and then Eve was my second favorite. So in this series, baby, I forgot their names. Hold on one second. I like Gemma the most because she's more like free-spirited. She's very akin to Danny for me. I love Black women that are sexual and expressive and they're confident. Then after that, my favorite would be Jacqueline. I just love how she wanted to fight so bad. I love the energy because like the people that she's fought, like they deserved it. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I feel like she went easy on old dude. Like, I feel like the whole situation about like why she ended up where she was at the night that whatever, I don't know how to talk about this without telling y'all, but I feel like the guy deserved it, and he deserved a lot more, you know? And then after that, lastly, it would have been Joy. Oh, the last 2 sisters were influencers, by the way. So the second book, I Think I Might Need You, with Joy, it was like a second chance romance. Someone that she dated like in college or something like that. He was like in the background. She was dating this dude, and then they ended up rocky, but she ended up having a surprise pregnancy. So she didn't know who the dad, well, she wasn't telling people who the dad was, but she is an influencer, and it ended up being like she was trying to take like a test on live with her sisters, like as a joke. And then, yeah. And the next one, she's a travel influencer. So she basically just like talks about her food, like the food that she tried, like the culture she interacted with, and just like the that she basically. It seems like a really good book. I would personally love to read this. It's like Play Grub something, a Black woman's guide to something. I would love to read that in real life. If someone has a book like that, please let me know. Because there was like smut, and then there's like food. I love a little travel itinerary type vibe. I love traveling. That seems like something really up my alley. Yeah, I didn't really like them as much as the other 2 couples. I don't know. It's weird though, because they're the only ones that weren't strangers. I'm trying to figure out why that is for me. Because you would think like the people that known each other longer would have the most chemistry, but like I wasn't really vibing. Like I was, obviously I gave it 4, but like I Think I Might Want You, she ended up having like a 2-day rendezvous with this dude, and then she come back home and she found out that's her sister's neighbor, running into each other a lot. Like it's very fate like, and she's very like, oh, no commitment, but like everyone around her is getting married and having kids, so she's like, what the fuck. That's that. Let me see, I'm gonna read the definition. No, I'm gonna read the summary of Getting Schooled. That's the first book in the Wright Brothers series, and I'm gonna see if I'm going to enjoy it. If not, I'm gonna end this video right now. If it's something that I think I'm gonna really enjoy and want to talk to y'all about, I'll read it. Ooh, it's 300 pages. Yeah, y'all. I think this is the end for us. I know it's going to be probably a 4-star for me, so I'm going to read it at some point. It just will not be for this video. So maybe I'll do like a Christina C. Jones part 2, but I probably will have already read that by then. That's the end of the video. Thank y'all so much for watching and listening to my like incoherent thoughts that are all over the place. As always, thank you so much. I love y'all. Is it too soon to say I love y'all? I don't be doing that. I don't know why I thought today was the day to do that, but I with y'all. How about that? How about that? Yeah. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.